What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull the mic just a little bit closer. How we doing? We doing okay? What's going on, JC Pliskin, Neon, Gnager, Mana? How you doing, man? How you doing? What's going on, Zachary Verid? How we all doing today, everybody? Hope we're all doing all right. Oh, also Sean D. Sarcasm. Yep. Well, yeah, it's that time again. It's a Friday, all right, and we're just gonna be chilling tonight. I have a couple of streams that I'm working on right now. It's not like they're top secret or anything like that, but I think I'll probably talk about it more in depth when time comes closer, when things are a little bit more fleshed out regarding them, because they're going to be good, but they're really in the early stages of planning. So, maybe we'll do like a call-in stream next week or something like that. But today I was like, you know what? Nah, I don't feel like doing much of anything too specific. So we're just excuse me. We're just going to hang out. We're going to shoot the shit. We're going to chew the rag. All right? We're going to shoot the breeze. All right? And that is what it is. How's it going, Scott? I'm doing all right, Wayhub. Hope you're doing all right. What's going on, Dega? OJ Sneedson, yes sir. Shave it up. Yeah, I shaved early last week is when I shaved. It was about that time. It was definitely about that time. I got beer brats at the store, and self-checkout made them card me. Oh, dude, that's crazy. That's insane. Makes no sense because the alcohol would cook out. You see, like, I figured it would have been some kind of non-alcoholic beer or something like that, In Massachusetts, in most grocery stores, every now and again you can find one, but in most grocery stores, you are not able to buy alcohol, which was like a trip when I went up to New Hampshire. The first trip I ever took without my parents was a trip to New Hampshire. With some buddies of mine, and New Hampshire, I felt like what's her face from the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. I felt like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, right? Growing up in southern Massachusetts, very much not exactly a city boy, but living in the suburbs, right? Like I go up to New Hampshire, and about halfway up into New Hampshire, an old buddy of mine lives. And this is actually the first time I met this guy, too. He was like an internet friend, right? We end up going up to meet him, right? It's me and a bunch of other people that I've met before. They're good friends of mine by now. And we meet this buddy, right? We'll call him like Tim or something like that. We go to meet Tim. He lives like halfway to Canada. I'm butchering the story. I apologize, guys. My fault, right? His mom was a very attractive lady, wasn't she? What's it called? But yeah, we go to meet Tim, right? I've never met this dude before. I just know that he lives in like the boonies of New Hampshire, He's like halfway to Canada. And again, like I'm a Massachusetts kid, right? I'm a Massachusetts kid, right? I'm not exactly used to, for one thing, being in a woods, right? It's not like I'm from Western Mass. Like I said, I'm from I'm South Shore, Massachusetts, right? But then in addition to that, I'm not used to seeing guns everywhere and stuff like that. We go up, we pull into this country store because that's where he wanted to meet us, right? And we all hop out of the car. There's like maybe 5 or 6 of us, and we're like, all right, what the fuck's going on? Where is he? What's going on? We don't know what kind of car he drives either, so it's not like we could be like, oh, there's his car. We're just looking around, and we're like, what the hell's going on? We shoot him a text, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm coming. I'm here right now. I'm gonna show up in a second though. And he comes walking out of the woods, and he's got a water bottle in his hand, and he's like, yeah, I was just taking a piss, and then I filled my bottle up in the creek. This was our introduction to this dude. This was our introduction to Tim. So we all shake hands, do the bro thing, and we end up hopping in his car, right? Me and another buddy of ours, right? We hop in his car because we were packed into the car that we came in like fucking sardines. It was crazy. And we end up hopping in the back of his car, and I look down, and just laying in the back seat on the floor is his P90, his civilian variant P90. I think they call it like a PS90 when it's the civilian variant. I'm just sitting here, and that was just like a not in Kansas anymore moment for me. I was just like, wow, this is a trip, man. I am not used to this. And then furthermore, we walk into a grocery store, and we see a bunch of booze just in the store, and we're like, whoa, wow, that's crazy, wow. Another thing too is he had a 5.7. This is where I developed my love for the 5.7, because he let me shoot his 5.7 when we were up there, and as soon as I picked it up, I was like, wow, I love how this thing feels. You know, I guess they're kind of a meme. To my understanding, they're a bit of a meme, but I don't care. They're my favorite fucking meme. You know, what was I gonna say? He's walking around with this 5.7 open carry on his hip. And there's this, I don't know if it was a cop, a state trooper, a park ranger. They tend to have more like park ranger type cops up there, to my understanding. But he just looks at my buddy, looks down on his hip, sees the gun, looks back up, and is like, what's going on? And then we just move on. I got stopped in Boston one time because I had pepper spray on my hip. Like, that's the difference between Boston and New Hampshire, right? And I'm sure there's parts of New Hampshire, like, I'm sure if you went up to, like, Nashua, New Hampshire, they'd probably be pussies, right? But that's probably because a lot of the people who want to escape Massachusetts, they're like, I'll just go to New Hampshire. I'll go right over the border. And, you know, so you got a bunch of, like, hippy-dippy shithead liberals, right? But you go, like, any further up than that, and you're living in much better country than not New England, you know, New Hampshire's in New England, Massachusetts, you know, it's great. It's fantastic. I like the AR-57 even more of a meme. Is the AR-57 a real thing? I know there's the AR-15. I know there's the AR-180. Is there an AR-10 as well? I'm not. You know, I'll go ahead. I'll look that up. AR-57. Is this gonna be some kind of porn? Wow, no, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. The thing is, like, to me, this all looks pretty much the same. Like, I could tell there's a difference between this and a regular AR-15, right? I could tell the difference between them, but I'd still think they're the same gun. I just think that it's like there's different features on it. You know, I would think that, like, oh yeah, no, that's probably just an AR-15, but that looks like it's, I could be wrong, but that looks like it's a 22. Maybe I'm probably definitely wrong about that. I mean, I'm wondering what the hell is in this thing. That looks like a fucking. I'm not a gun expert in any way, shape, or form, so you know, I'm talking on my ass right now, but that looks like a P90. That looks like a P90 magazine right there. In fact, I'm like almost 100% sure it is. So I'm wondering, oh yeah, it looks like it goes right there. That's pretty insane. I'm curious. I am curious what it shoots, but you know, it is what it is. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Oh yeah, and here's another P90 magazine. Yeah. So is it chambered in 22? Is it? Tell me right now. When you smarten up and move from mass, the Smith & Wesson M&P 5.7 is it 5.7 or 5.7 is pretty nice now. The thing is, like, one thing I learned about Massachusetts, because I actually did go to get my gun license, but I realized that all the hoops you have to jump through are simply not worth it. Smith and like they have a list of approved guns in Massachusetts. You're only allowed to own these kinds of firearms and things like that. Like I don't think I could get I couldn't get a 5.7. They're illegal in Massachusetts. Even if I what was I gonna say? Even if I got my gun license, I couldn't own a 5.7. You know, I would basically be relegated to like Smith & Wesson, and then there's like one other. And that's not just a gun control thing either. You know, Smith and Wesson was like, hey, well, if you're gonna regulate, why don't you make it so they can only buy guns from us, huh? Because why not? That's a smart business move, Not that I like that, not that I support it or anything like that, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, but hold on, AR 180. Ah, yes, old, old reliable. This is a dude. Believe it or not, this is a guy. There was I don't know how often they did this, but the IRA, the provos, they used to dress up as women, and they'd blend in with crowds and shit like that, and then they'd emerge and they'd fire off whatever the hell they're doing, fire off whatever they're firing. In this case, it happens to be an AR 180. I'd own one of these just for the meme too. Like there's something interesting about the look. Like specifically this one. Like it looks like something that I've seen before. Like this looks like an M16 A1, right? This as well. Or no, not exactly this. It You know what it looks like? I'm pretty sure it looks like a man, I forget. I think it's like a stoner or something like that. This one specifically, it looks like it's like half M16 and half stoner, like LMG. You remember that from like the any Vietnam type game, like any Call of Duty game that takes place during the Vietnam era, right? That's kind of what it looks like to me, and it looks like a monstrosity, but it kind of looks like a nice monstrosity. It's just kind of what it looks like. It looks like an interesting monstrosity, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Handguard looks more like an FN. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not too familiar with FN. As a manufacturer and things like that. I mean, like when it comes down to it, I call myself a gun nut, right? But I'm not a gun nut insofar as I own a ton of guns and I know tons about them. I'm a gun nut insofar as I think everybody should be allowed to own tanks and fighter jets that are fully functioning. Like the government's got it, you got it. Simple as that, right? Now, all right, fine. Call me a cuck. Call me a cuckold. All right, fine, whatever. I'll accept that term. But maybe if you're gonna own a nuke, you should be required to have it well out of range of anyone who is not expressly okay with living near a fucking nuclear silo. Maybe that should be part of the whole well-regulated aspect of the Second Amendment, right? Maybe, but yeah, if the government has it, you should have it. Bottom line, obviously there's a barrier there in terms of the money problem, right? Because how are you going to afford a nuke? How are you going to afford a fighter jet, right? Chances are what would end up happening is you'd probably have like private security companies that have that, right? Those private security companies would basically be like HOAs, right? I'm getting into Ancapistan here a little bit, right? But your private your HOA private security force, the armed branch of your HOA, right? That keeps all the riffraff out of your neighborhood. They pool money and resources together, and they end up installing a nuclear silo in your backyard for you. You're the Spruce Street. You're the Spruce Street HOA nuclear silo man. But yeah, like overall, like if the government has it, you should be able to have it. There's no question. It's fucking insane. Especially the way that a lot of police behave when they get to play with their little toys. They love doing that. They love playing with their toys and things like that. They love an opportunity to take the APCs out, and I'm not allowed to own an AR-15 in my state. Meanwhile, I walk out of my rooming house a few years ago. I peer down the hallway, and there's a fucking cop like, oh, tactical. low ready position. Oh, ready to go, right? Fucking, he's got an AR, and it's just like, oh, cool. Like, I could have walked out, and he could have gotten spooked, and he could have fucking shot me, and chances are he would have got off. He would have got off in more ways than one. He would have went home like, oh yeah, I totally fucking shot that ginger. Oh yeah, fucking, but yeah, it's if the government has it, you should have it. Bottom line, I also don't believe in regulation in the way that a lot of other people do. I think the regulation should be people have to know what's in your shit. Like when vaping, right? When vaping got banned in a couple of states, it got banned in my state for a while, right? You couldn't get e-juice. This was like right before COVID, so people forgot about the vape ban because COVID hit like a couple months later. What was I gonna say? I don't think it should be illegal to like make bathtub vape shit and then like sell it to people. I don't think that should be illegal at all. You should be able to brand your own shit, but you should have to include those facts on the bottle, right? Is what you should be forced to do. You should be forced to like include a picture of like, yes, like this is where it was fucking created, or like this is what it was made in. You should be forced to include those facts so that somebody just has to go, totally legit vape company. Oh, it's made in a dirty bathtub by a dude missing 3 teeth. Nah, I'm good with that. I'm putting that one back, right? It's one of those things where it's like if you don't care enough about yourself to make an informed purchase based off of what is on the package, right? And it should be clear language, obviously. Then whatever. Either that, if you're too dumb, it's like, hey, not everybody gets a happy ending. Not everybody deserves a happy ending. The happiest ending some of these people will get is if they go to a seedy massage parlor. That's the happiest ending a lot of people get. And it's not because they're like unfortunate poor souls. It's that they're just genuinely like fuckheads. So it's like I don't have a lot of sympathy for a lot of people out there. But anyway, and anywho. Hold on. I want to jump in here. He's a redhead from South Boston, kid. Give him a fucking break, dude. Dude, are you fucking kidding me, man? Dude, fucking. If I had an FN57, dude. Hey, we ain't got those in Boston, dude. Looks like an FAL. Yeah, it looks like a fall. You're right. The stock on it kind of reminds me of. Oh no, the whole thing kind of reminds me of a fall. Now that you mention it, yeah, that's another one that I really liked. I shot a certain individual's fall. That was one of the first rifles I shot, and I just remember I put a fucking like Pepsi bottle like maybe like 20-30 yards away, and I just put 3 shots on target in a row. And I think that's when I fell in love with the fall. That's when I was like, oh yeah, this is my rifle. I would have been killing motherfuckers in the Bush War if I was born 40, 50 years earlier. I would have been absolutely laying dudes out with this thing. if I was born in the wrong generation, man. I was born in the wrong generation, dude. Oh man, but we couldn't stop those planes, no sir. Actually, it's an IFV on your streets, not an APC. Oh yes, of course. That's one of the funny things about cops is all the super cool tactical language that's supposed to make it not military, and it's like that's like it's like the difference between I killed somebody and I neutralized somebody. It's like they both mean the same fucking thing, but one of them sounds a little bit more neutered, and it sounds more tactical. It sounds more cool. Oh, I killed the guy who was trying to kill me. I neutralized the threat to my life. you know. It's meant to sound cold-blooded in a way that's like, he shouldn't have messed with me because I'm really a super cool tactical operator is what I am. I'm an operator. I'm a super cool, highly trained Navy SEAL, green. I'm a green SEAL. I'm a Navy beret is what I am. Is what I am. That's what I am, sir. So, you shouldn't mess with me because I'll neutralize you. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's just dumb as hell. Can't wait to see an America's Funniest Home video on my street. Why? What's going to happen there? Have you seen the video of the factory workers testing the vapes? Yeah, I've seen that. That's insane. I never got I was old school back when I was vaping. I had a box mod with the squeeze shit. The bottle of e-juice that you had to unscrew the cap and and if I was to vape again, which I wouldn't. There's no reason for me to. I don't feel cravings, and I started puffing cigars when I would drink, and the last time I puffed a cigar about probably a month or so ago, I ended up getting sick from it. I was dehydrated, and then I hit the cigar, and I was just I was not feeling all right. So I don't even when I see people smoking in movies now, I don't have that nostalgia. For a while, I had that smoker's nostalgia where I was like, man, I wish I had a cigarette, just hanging with my boys. Nah, I see it now, and I just think, oh, dude, fuck. Nah, I'm all set, Box mods taste so good. They really do taste very good. Tom Bergeron rolling up on a tank. Dude. Oh, IFV sounds like AFV. I didn't get the joke. My bad, man. It went. Whoosh. Tom Bergeron rolling up in a tank would be pretty great, though. Zinning is the superior form of nicotine abuse. Yeah. That's what I hear the kids are into nowadays. They practically brought snus back. Ask Charles about Nuke Scott. Dude, I wanna collab with Charles at some point. I don't want to hit him up and either ask to be on the Palace, right? I would love to be on the Palace, but I would want him to ask me because I would feel weird hitting him up being like, hey Charles, can I come on the Palace, please? I don't want to put him in that scenario where either A, he's got to be like, oh yeah, dude, of course. And then he's like, fuck, why didn't I ask this guy sooner? I feel like an asshole. Or the flip side where he's like, oh, I'm not really interested in having this guy on, but I either A, have to say yeah now, or B, I have to think up an excuse. I don't want that scenario, which is why I haven't approached Charles to ask him. But I was thinking earlier, I got to hit up Charles and I got to tell him, I want to collab. I need ideas on what we're going to do, though. Obviously I could just have him on here and we could just shoot the shit. But, when I ask somebody to collab, I try to make sure that we have something that we're doing. I don't want to just be like, hey, come on my show. And then we're here and we're just like, so, how you doing? And then the other dude's just like, doing all right. Bro, cigars coat your mouth too much in what, smoke? I figured that was kind of the point, for me it was less about the taste of the tobacco and things like that, because tobacco tastes like shit, right? The only time I've ever enjoyed tobacco was Red Man, right? Red Man, because the leaves that they had, it tasted kind of like raisins, which I don't love raisins, but I don't hate raisins. I can tolerate them. I don't mind them. But then also you mix it with gum. That's what the baseball players do. And then also, I still have this tin. I actually used this tin in a project back when I was a stoner. I gotta find that project and maybe I'll show it to you guys one day. Maybe I'll weasel my way back onto PKA and I'll try and sell the idea to Kyle like it's Shark Tank. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it was Skull Cherry. Skull Cherry was awesome. It was great. I loved the hell out of it. if I had to do one, I mean, then again, I don't know if I did skull. Nah, actually, I can kind of taste it right now. I can kind of taste it right now, thinking about it, and it's like it doesn't. Damn, you guys are getting me hooked on fucking dip again. you guys are making me want to dip right now. What's going on, Greg? How you doing, man? Thank you for that, Greg. I was talking about collabs. You and I got to follow through on that stream we were talking about. I don't think we had anything specific planned for it, but even if we just jump on and chill. We gotta follow through on that. I'll try and inbox you either tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. So there's that. I don't know. I felt like I had more to say, but I blanked. Scott, you should make Kool-Aid pickles and try them on stream. Kool-Aid pickles? What the hell is a Kool-Aid pickle? That sounds unhinged. I mean, I'll do it. Maybe me and Greg can make Kool-Aid pickles on stream. He can do blue Kool-Aid and I'll do like red Kool-Aid or vice versa. We'll do different flavors. Don't understand why people use disposables. It's so much cheaper to use pods, at least up here. I'm not 100% sure disposables or pods. I'm definitely have it written down and think about it often, but I'm just too bad at thinking about topics. Yeah, I'm not. I might have something. In fact, I'm gonna write it down and then I'll hit you up after, and I'll talk to you about it. One sec. Wait. Oh shoot. Oh, excuse me. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna hit you up later, and I'm gonna run something by you. Oh, I almost read the same one again. Yeah. Oh, would be cool to see you on Hong Kong too. Oh yeah, I'd definitely be on Hong Kong too. But again, that's another thing where it's like, I don't wanna put Chris and Ben on the spot and be like, hey guys, let me on. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm very much PKA. I didn't expect to end up on PKA. I legit did not. Like, when I asked people, not gonna lie to you, I had it in my head like I would love to be on PKA. I'm not gonna end up there, but I'd love to be on PKA. And I made a post like, hey, who do you want to see me collab with, or who wants me on their show? Like, hit me up. And Taylor just happened to see that. I think somebody tagged him in it. And he was like, yeah, dude, we'd love to have you on PKA. And I was like, oh, shit, fantastic. That worked out even better than I expected. So, yeah. You have to ask for the things you want. That's just how it works. Yeah, I'll probably just do that. I'm being kind of a bitch, My entire life, I've always felt weird about asking people for things, I'm very much a, hey, it's fine, I'll do it on my own kind of guy, and that's something that I've been trying to break. It's a toxic trait of mine. It's toxic. Ben talked about wanting you on in one episode. I'll hit them a message about it. Oh, thank you, Spike Protein. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just being a little bit of a bitch, if I'm being honest with you. I got to stop being like a wuss about it and just be like, yo, like, let's collab. Like, you cool with me coming on your show? Let me on. Just not even type. Literally just send a video like, let me on now. Let me on. That'd be fucking crazy, dude. HK2 is very low risk. Also no guests, but they had Al lost. I think you meant also no guests. Oh, almost no guests, but they have a growing fan base. Well, yeah, there's no way Hong Kong 2 is going to go anywhere but up. Like Chris and Ben, they have a very they have a very chill demeanor. Like because I listen to it. I should probably get on their Patreon, because I do like listening to the stuff that they have on YouTube. I might as well pony up some dough for it, right? Like, it feels like you're hanging with them. And I know that's what everybody says about all these podcasts and stuff like that, but it really feels like you're sitting there, like, on the couch. Like, here's where they're sitting and where the camera is. It's not that you're watching a video. It's literally that you're right there. You're like where the camera is. You know, it really feels like you're just hanging with them. You know, how do I feel about the IRA? I mean, look, as an American, I know I am of Irish descent. I know I am you know, a bit of a Irish weeaboo, an Irish weeb. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, they're fantastic. I mean, at the end of the day, they did kill a lot of innocent people and things like that, right? Overall, I think it just kind of is what it is, though. You know, I do think the British were really pushing the bounds of what is acceptable in terms of the way they would treat the Catholics, or not even pushing the bounds would put it lightly. Pushing the bounds of what was acceptable under the agreement that they had with the Catholics in Ulster, and the way that they were treating Ulster compared to the rest of Ireland in terms of like you know, the border and things like that. Now, I'm obviously not an expert on the topic. In fact, when I speak to Irish people, including, I've met a couple of dudes around here who, I'm not saying they were like big into it, but I asked them like, hey, you know, you don't got to tell me nothing, but were you involved in that at all? And they were like, I mean, everybody was to one degree or another, right? Kind of giving me those answers. You know, like when I ask them, I tend to make a fool of myself. I end up misspeaking and I say something dumb that just makes him remember, like, oh yeah, this is still an American. This is still a fucking dumbass American. What was I gonna say? You know, over explaining. I'm not an expert on the subject. Jeez, it got yellow out of nowhere. I'm gonna go ahead and all right, there we go. Either that or maybe I should just shut off the lights. Either way, I'm not an expert on the subject. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know exactly every little thing, but, you know, obviously I don't condone a lot of the activities that the provost did specifically. You know, the original IRA, they were, like, quite literally just a fucking army, you know, so it's not much different from the colonials and things like that freed America, but you know, you get into that Provo era, and it's like, all right, you know, maybe pump the brakes there a little bit, right? Piss cam, exactly. Tay is doing a 24-hour stream. She will definitely need guests to keep her ass awake. Hit her up. I'm gonna be collabing with Tay, not exactly in the near future, but in the future. You know, if I have you on stream, we're talking about sandwiches. Oh, dude, I'm down to talk about sandwiches. I'm down to talk about mad types of food. Actually, Greg, I don't know if you're still here, but you and I have a common interest in trying Mountain Dew. Every time there's a new flavor, I try to make sure I at least try it. I have Mountain Dew Piss Parade right here, is what it is. Piss Parade. No, it's Laguna Lemon. And then I have the other stuff as well. I guess it's mango lemonade, which is why it actually, like, straight up does kind of look like piss. But I guess I'll try it now a little bit. Scott, it's your dad. You never returned my call. Don't worry, Dad. I'll call you back soon. Oh. I'm not a big fan of mango. This isn't the worst thing I've ever tried, but it's far from the best. It's far from the best, you know? Lots of really popular people don't have the talent she does with it. Who are you talking about, Tay? Tay naturally has really good stream IQ. That's why she's been so successful. Yeah, some people just get the streaming thing, you know? Like me, like, I don't think I'm horrible on stream, but I do think that there's places for me to improve, and I'm getting better at it as time goes on. One of the things I've been trying to work on is the thing. And obviously, it's gonna take more than just me thinking about it for 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to actually, like, you know, pay attention and things like that. But I listen to all of my streams start to finish. That's one, how I find the little clips and things like that I end up using. And then also it kind of helps me to realize, like, oh, I was doing that a lot. I need to be a little bit more careful of that. Last summer's flavors were cool. I loved passion fruit punch, dude. I didn't even get to try them last summer. I was pissed about that. Great job on the interview with Del Diablo. Yeah, that was one I never expected that I would ever talk to that guy, because I found him years ago. He's a very interesting character, and when he's not playing a character, he's actually a very sentient and, like, cool guy, I was told by a certain guy that I made the acquaintance of, who used to run in skinhead circles, that even, like, the commies, even the sharps back in, like, the 80s, 90s, 2000s, like, yeah, okay, they weren't straight up, like, right, well, they weren't cucks, they were, like, actually, like, not the worst people to be around all the time. It's not like you'd say something and they'd be like, oh, that's toxic, that, that's toxic, they weren't those types of guys. So it's interesting. Yeah, I was surprised by how well spoken he was. Yeah, I won't say that I was necessarily surprised. I was surprised at how calm he was. Maybe that's what you meant, or maybe those things are the same, right? But yeah, I mean, he seems like the type of dude that, like, I could be around. Like, I'd love to get training in with the dude. That'd be cool. He comes up this way, I go down that way. Of course, it's hard for me to go anywhere. There's a reason why I wasn't at the shows in, like, New York for Sam, or, like, New Hampshire, or anywhere else that he's gone that's, like, within reason for me to go to. It's because my schedule is just so jam packed that if I well, it's not if I wanted to go. Of course I wanted to go to that, but I'm just, like, absolutely, like, I'm always doing something. I have to clear my schedule to do fish tank stuff. Like, that's what I had to do for season 2. I had to tell my coach, like, hey, I'm not going to be here these days. Like, you're going to have to make do without me, That's how I was able to be ready for fish tank at a moment's notice, Scotch. It's Scotch. Thoughts on the new Fallout show? I haven't seen it. I'm probably going to give it a try, but I'm probably going to hate it to some degree. Some people are telling me it's very good. Other people are telling me they're not exactly fans of it. Jet said he's not a fan of it. Excuse me. And that means something to me, because I feel like me and Jet, when it comes to TV shows and stuff like that, we probably have a similar taste, I didn't give Breaking Bad a shot. For years, I refused to see Breaking Bad. I refused to check it out. It's just not something I wanted to do. But I finally watched Breaking Bad. I was missing out. I can say that, like, hands down. I should have watched it back when it was on. It would have been so fun to watch when it was on TV. But I didn't, and that's that. Fallout, I'm willing to basically do the same thing. Yeah, better than F4. Oh, the writing is terrible. I honestly cannot fathom why people enjoy that slop. Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. I mentioned it on Twitter. It looks like, and I was talking about this with some of the guys I play AOE with, and like, it reminds me of Star Wars. It's Star Wars. It's a Star Out, the Wasteland Unleashed. That's what it is. I think that's literally what I called it on Twitter one day, and I don't trust it. And it literally, like, the reason why it reminds me of Star Wars is because, for one thing, it's a white female protag with a non-threatening black dude as, like, a supporting character who's part of the main cast. There's probably going to be some weird thing between them. And then I mean, in Star Wars, it was a Hispanic dude. In Fallout, it's a ghoul, right? And I know there. I've seen the trailer, and when I say the trailer, I mean a commercial. I don't mean like an extended trailer or teaser or anything like that. I guarantee you there's going to be a big thing about that ghoul character just being misunderstood, and he's really a nice guy. He's a sweetheart, but the world doesn't like him because he's a ghoul. They're mean to him because they're bigoted, right? And I wonder if that's going to replace the racism narrative that they probably would have tried to shoehorn in with the Brotherhood of Steel dude, right? Because since there's the Brotherhood of Steel dude who happens to be black, you know that there was going to be some kind of racism thing in there. But since there's a ghoul, I'm wondering if instead of doing it there, excuse me, excuse me, jeez. I'm wondering if instead of doing it that way, they're gonna shoehorn it in a ham-fisted and heavy-handed way. With the I'm doing the what's it called? Luis Gomez's thing. Fuck him. I'm wondering if they're gonna shoehorn it in with the ghoul in like a ham-fisted way, right? I'm willing to bet they do. I'm willing to bet that's what's gonna happen, you know? And I'm just not interested in it, especially after I played Fallout 1 and 2, and I also played Fallout Tactics. Fallout Tactics is an unsung hero of the Fallout series. I'm 100% convinced of this. It's a really good game if you're into squad shooters from that isometric. I think XCOM might be comparable to some degree. I could be wrong about that. I've only seen XCOM played for like 3 minutes once. A buddy of mine was streaming it years ago. The same buddy who had the PS90 on the back seat of his car floor, you know. But yeah, like the first two Fallouts and Fallout Tactics, they are dark, they are gritty. There is a humor to them, and there are like little quirky pop culture references. Tee-hee, it's so quirky, but they work and they're not bad. They're not bad. And yeah, we're talking about Fallout. Greg, I know your real name, but I keep calling you Skitsy because that's the name I keep seeing on there. I'm sure you don't mind, you know, either way. But you know, since I know your real name, I'd rather call you by your real name. But anywho, yeah, the Master would be crazy in live action. I would be interested in seeing that live action. Unfortunately, it would have to be CGI. But it would be cool to see that, right? What was I gonna say? But yeah, it's not meant for the modern era of millennial quirky humor and things like that, you know? Like even the new Ghostbusters. I saw the new Ghostbusters recently, and it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. However, it's a little bit annoying, if I'm just being honest with you. It is annoying. And it's annoying because there's a lot of quirky humor and things like that, but it's not like the Ghostbusters quirky humor, because that's kind of what Ghostbusters was. It was a little bit campy. You know, there was some quirky humor. I keep saying quirky humor, but there's no other way for me to really describe it, right? The humor in it has that little bent to it, right? But it works. It works because that kind of shit was not oversaturated, right? The market was not saturated with that kind of humor. And then in addition to that, there wasn't like a wink and a nudge to the audience, because that's what that is like, it's basically when you have that kind of quirky humor, it's like you're breaking the fourth wall to say, hey, haha, this is a movie. We're in danger, but we're not really in danger because it's a movie. Haha, you see? We're in the middle of a firefight right now. There's bullets whizzing this close to my head. I feel the vibration from the sonic boom hitting me in the ears. It's making my ears vibrate. They're numb now. Oh man, how rude. Tee-hee, we're not really in danger though, right? Like that's what it does. And the best example of it in that new Ghostbusters movie is there's a point, spoiler alert, oh man, but basically the idea is there's a chosen one, right? The antagonist of the you know, the evildoer, the bad guy of the new Ghostbusters movie is this ancient god that was locked up inside of this like relic from like, you know, ancient times and things like that. And there's this dude who's like kind of a loser, you know, underachiever, you know, quirky humor, haha. What's it called? Yeah, he ends up being like the chosen one, right? He's got these powers and things like that. But of course, he has to unlock his powers via practice and also learning how to control them and things like that. And there's a point where he has a breakthrough because somebody's about to get hurt and he like redirects some kind of energy, right? And in the middle of redirecting the energy, right, he's sitting there and he's like, oh, and the energy, whatever it is like curving around now, and it's not hitting somebody who's right here. It was about to nail this person, and he's like, no, and then he's like, oh, I'm doing a horrible job explaining it, right? Basically, there was a moment where he learned to control his powers. Somebody almost died, and he was saving the day. He was saving a life. And in the middle of saving this life, after unlocking these powers that he had no idea he, one, had, but two, that existed in general. He literally found out he's a fucking magic man 5 minutes ago. He's like, this is awesome! And it's like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, everything has to be that, doesn't it? Everything has to be, this is awesome! Whoa, this is awesome! Whoa! Everything's got to be that all the time now. And it sucks. And I can tell that's what the Fallout series is probably going to end up being. It's going to end up being that to some degree or another. Do you relate to vids on stream, Scott, or just webcam? Well, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Do you mean react? Because I mean, I do react to videos and things like that, but you know, if it's something that's going to get me in trouble with copyright, I gotta be careful with that, you know, especially because I think I have like 3 or 4 days left on a copyright strike that I got for a completely legitimate video, a video that was like totally fine, right? Let me, oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I have like 10 days left on a copyright strike for a video that was completely and totally legit, but Disney owns the rights, so there's no way in hell I'm going to hit them up and they're actually going to, you know, do anything nice. They're not going to be nice about it. They're going to be very, very mean about it is what's going to happen. So I figured I'd just take the hit. You know, it was a short. It was a YouTube short, you know. Annoying as hell, but it is what it is. Oh, react, I mean, I just wanted to show you my thoughts on Fallout show from my TikTok. Oh yeah, post a if you can't post a link in the chat, go ahead and DM me on Twitter and I'll go ahead and I'll react to it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm catching up on my my Twitter stuff. Yeah, but go ahead and either send it in the chat, right? If I don't see it in a second, it probably didn't end up sending through because, you know, the YouTube's chat feature is annoying. If it doesn't work though, hit me up on Twitter about it, and I will definitely take a look at that for sure. There it is. Literally Reddit humor for soy suckers. Yeah, and that's one thing that I hate is like the Redditization of everything. They're literally trying to do that with World War II now. There's a movie that's it's called like The Bureau of Ungentlemanly Warfare. You know, it's like Reddit humor. It's like got this British humor tinge to it, but like bad British humor, like shit that you wouldn't laugh at. You'd be like, oh, that sucks, you know? It's like that wink and nudge sort of thing, right? British humor, the dryness of British humor is hilarious a lot of the time. Like if you watch a movie if you watch a movie like The Death of Stalin, right? That is a very funny movie because of some of the back and forth that goes on in it and stuff like that. And what makes it funny is that you're like, wow, this is actually happening right now. They're really doing this right now. And they're not sitting there like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Ho ho, blah 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 blah. They're not doing that. But again, it's like I said, that quirky humor that I have to make quips and things like that. Um, it's the verbal equivalent of a wink and a nudge, you know, and it's just like stupid and annoying, you know. Oh, here it is. We got 3 of them. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open it up. But oh geez, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell is going on here? What? Oh, continuous guest. Okay, okay, all right, okay, all right. I was like, I thought it was gonna force me to sign up for TikTok or sign into TikTok, and I didn't see you could continue as a guest. But yeah, all right, we got Greg's reaction. Oh yeah, and I should go ahead and do the desktop, the desktop audio, the Bex top audio. All right.
But there's the sexy ghoul, bro. Why does he look so smooth? They didn't make a racist. They didn't make a slur for regular ass people just for you to make them smooth. Hey there, smooth skin. You're smooth. He doesn't even look like a burn victim. He looks like he just got a really bad sunburn, bro.
You know, I saw the ghoul, and that's one of the low key things that I thought too. I was like, wow, this guy doesn't really look like how I expected the ghouls to look. I mean, yeah, he's missing his nose, fine, but like, where's the rigor mortis setting in? But yeah, like, hold on.
But there's the sexy ghoul, bro. What?
Yeah, like, look at that. They could have done a much better job, and also the nose, like, I don't know. That almost looks like CGI now that I'm taking a good look at it. Like, it almost looks like they probably took, like, that blue stuff that allows them... Like, you know how if somebody loses an arm in or, like, a leg in a movie, what they do is they just cover the appendage in, like, blue paint. And then that's how they CGI the arm or the leg off, right? It almost looks like they just, like, took a cup and they were like, all right, dip your nose in here, wait for it to harden, and then just spend 12 hours on set with this gunk on and in your nose. And, yeah, here we are. That's almost what it looks like. Yeah, that does not look good at all. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to switch back to get the other one on. One of them you said was a repost. Ah, yeah, I can see. Oh, hold up. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. All right, here we go. Oh, jeez.
Excuse. Wait, what? Cyclops? When was there a Cyclops in Fallout? Guys, please tell. When did Cyclops become a thing?
Yeah, like, the idea of the vaults, I mean, the only way you could explain that would be, oh, this vault was experimenting on people with another strain of FEV, and it turned some people into Cyclopses. But I have a strong feeling they just have
Cyclops?
Took the words right out of my mouth. I have a strong feeling they have Cyclops guy over here, or maybe it's a girl. That literally looks like it could be a girl. Like, it could be like a butch girl, is the funny thing. Like, I can't even tell, you know? But what was I going to say? They probably don't explain this. They probably just have I would assume this is the Overseer, right? They probably have Overseer Cyclops over here, just like, oh, hey, you need to get a new water chip, a new water purifier. Yeah, go and get it. Haha. Yeah, all right. Anyway, yeah, go out and whatever. However they transition from that to her leaving the nest. It's like it's just weird, man. It's just weird, you know. Also, like I said, Fallout 1, 2, Fallout Tactics, and I would assume even Fallout 3 was grittier. It was dark and gritty, right? Fallout New Vegas was not as dark and gritty, but it was still gritty, right? Or it was less dark. It was gritty. It was still gritty. All right, but it was not as dark, but that's because it was in the middle of the desert. It was in the middle of Las Vegas. So it's like, all right, that sun's beaten down, right? But this, like, the cinematography is off. I mean, in this case, it's a little bit excusable because this is clearly just inside the vault. So it's like, okay, this would be a well-lit, clean, pristine, rounded off area, right? There'd be no sharp edges, no jagged edges or anything like that. Everything would be straight cuts and smooth circles and things like that, right? But you get out and, like, okay, things look dirty, but they look like they were made to be dirty on purpose, as opposed to what it really would be, which is like somebody decides they're gonna make a shack and they're like, oh, I found some driftwood, I'll slap that here, and oh, hey, I found some sheet metal, this will make a good north-facing wall, but oh, there's a hole in it, huh? Wow, that's annoying, I'll have to patch that up, right? It just doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, just looking at it, right? Hey, Scott, thanks for your advice on the sales job. I got her. Nice. I'm really happy to hear that, man. Good for you. Good for you, dude. Congratulations. I hope you're doing well with it right now. Dude, just watched the show. The first 15 minutes are a bloodbath. All right, Zach. I'll watch the show. I'll watch it just for you. All right? But if I don't like it, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble, mister. Is what you are. They just want a sci-fi for no good reason. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Is they just want to make it sci-fi for no reason. You know, it's not meant to be science fiction unless there are sci-fi aspects to it, but like this is way too much sci-fi, you know? And plus, when people think of sci-fi, usually they're thinking of like Star Wars. You know, this is supposed to be post-apocalyptic with sci-fi bits and pieces thrown in there, right? It's retrofuturism is what they call it, I guess, right? It's nudging Reddit soy humor mixed with flat, unrealistic writing and tons of jump cutting. So just goy schlop of a show. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, and that's what it seems like. And you know what? Like, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. And I'm going to try my best to not be bitter about it. I'm going to try my best to not be, like, up in arms about it and, like, every little thing I see that I don't love be like, oh, this fucking sucks, dude. I'm going to try my best. Can't guarantee anything, though. If I'm just being honest with you. If I'm just being honest here, I can't guarantee anything. I cannot. It's a Marvel bloodbath, 50 jump cuts. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm worried about. Watch Seth MacFarlane's The Orville, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll give that a shot. I like Family Guy. I like American Dad better than Family Guy. I think American Dad is the superior show between that and Family Guy, to tell you the truth. And it was that way for a long time too. I never watched his. I watched A Million Ways to Die in the West. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I also watched Ted. Ted was all right. Ted and Ted 2 were all right. What was I gonna say though? Yeah, I mean, you know, I could maybe give the Orville a try. You know, it's like Star Trek parody, right? That's basically what it was a parody of Star Trek, to my understanding. It's nothing like Family Guy. Yeah, well, yeah, I figured as much, you know. It's live action and pretty serious, to be honest. Oh, well, all right then. Maybe I will have to check that out, you know. That makes sense that Seth MacFarlane would want to branch out to some degree, you know. I have the same physique as Stan from American Dad, dude. Me too. me too, man. Right now, me too. Trying to do something about it, but I've been trying to do something about it for a long time now. So it's kind of like,
When was there a sign?
Surprise, Greg. DS9 is the oh wait, I'll go ahead and I'll do this. DS9 is the best. Charles' favorite too. DS9. Oh, do I like Star Trek? My grandfather did, but me not so much. It's not that I don't like it. It's that I've just never watched it. Right? I've just never watched it. Scott, put down the carbs. Hey, dude. Hey, look. I count calories, but on the weekends, calories don't count. All right? That's what it is. No, I mean, I am slowly losing weight, and honestly, I'm waiting for my schedule to open up a little bit because I'm planning on competing in wrestling this summer again. A couple years ago, I competed in wrestling for the first time in 10 years, and I did better than I expected, but I still got crushed. And I'm hoping that if I put in the work, I can do better. And I know I'm going to have the time to put in at least a little bit of work to be able to get better, which is going to be good. Not even, I mean, obviously I do want to improve all the time, but it's not even about getting better necessarily for me. It's about just getting back into shape, not just like physically, but also like sharpening myself a little bit, making sure I'm not making dumb mistakes and things like that, If I can get the work in, I'll definitely wrestle again this year because that was really fun to do that. And plus I'd like to get a little bit of redemption. I wouldn't like to go 0-2 on the day. I'd at least like to get one win, We'll see though. We'll see. You lost weight, I noticed. No, it's because I got a haircut and I shaved my beard. Honestly. Carbs are friends. Yes, they are. They're very good friends of mine. They are very good friends of mine. I'm just looking around. Yeah, American Dad is... Yeah, I think American... Because here's the thing. I guess Seth MacFarlane, he left Family Guy. He didn't, leave Family Guy, but he stopped giving a shit about Family Guy. So basically, it's a situation where, the writer's room is running the show. Right? Even if he's in the writer's room, he's like, all right, what ideas you guys got? Oh, that? All right, let's go ahead. It was American Dad that he was really putting the effort into. And then, of course, Cleveland show. But that flopped, right? But yeah, you could tell that American Dad had a little bit more effort put into it, It wasn't as formulaic. Everything gets formulaic eventually, but American Dad wasn't as formulaic as Family Guy, I'm thinking I'll play some AoE in a minute or two as well. I'm having a good time having these conversations with you guys and stuff like that, so I don't want to just jump into AoE and be like, all right, that's it, but, if the conversation slows down enough as to where I feel like I should have something up on screen, to keep you guys hypnotized in a trance, you guys can go ahead and watch me get blown the fuck out in AoE. Taylor from PKA is really helping me. He's really trying to help me and make sure that I get better, and I really appreciate that because, like when I do play with him and his friends, I'm the worst, easily, hands down. I'm the one they have to carry and stuff like that, and they don't get frustrated. They don't tell me I suck or anything. They're very constructive about it, and I'm very grateful for that, But I'm trying to make sure that I take his advice whenever he gives it to me, and I'm working with a couple of different things. As much as I like the Celts, I think I'm gonna have to get a different civilization to play with, unless I can make the Celts work earlier in game. Because that's my issue, is that I don't have anything that's really especially good for early game. I gotta wait till Castle Age to really be able to use anything that is going to be that good for me, right? Scott, look up carnivore diet. No need to count calories since meat is super satiating. Plus, it's the way to peak performance. Yeah, I mean, I know about those diets and things like that. You know, like keto diets and stuff like that. Which, like, I'm not saying the carnivore diet is exactly keto. It's not something that I personally would prefer to do. Me, I work well with intermittent fasting. That's really the way that I work the best. I can't help myself from losing weight when I do intermittent fasting. But the thing is, the fasting needs to be paired with vigorous exercise. And unfortunately for me, I'm in a position right now where I'm not getting exercise. I literally don't train anymore. And it's not that I gave it up and I'm not like, oh, it's never going to happen again. It's that through circumstances that I did not exactly want to occur, have been forced into teaching all of the classes that I would typically be taking. Some of these classes I'm okay with teaching, right? But then there's other situations where I didn't want to be in the predicament that I'm in now, because I knew that, like, okay, I'm trying to lose weight and I can clean my diet up, but also, like, I want to be working out too, right? Even though, like, they say, like, oh, dude, working out is actually like working out is good, but the secret to losing weight is your diet. And it's like, yeah, you're right, 100%. Don't get me wrong. However, it's a lot easier when you have a clean diet and you're working out. And also, if your diet is not that clean, you can outwork it. I'm not saying if you're eating McDonald's breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know, taking in 4,000, 5,000 calories a day, you're going to be all right. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, you know, maybe you're eating 2,000 calories, but you're working out and you're burning 400, right? Like 300 to 400 calories when you work out. You're at a deficit. You know, you need 2,000 calories to not go hungry, to not malnourish yourself, and you're burning 400 calories in a workout, in addition to all the calories you're burning just from, like, doing daily tasks and things like that, especially if you work with your body. Like, if you're working out like that, you're going to be able to burn the calories, and you're going to be able to outwork the diet. You know, the one thing I heard is that people say, like, you can't outwork a bad diet, and it's like, that's preposterous, because the whole idea of a good diet is that you're eating in a way that you're going to be able to outwork, you know? So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I do 24-hour fasts all the time. Multiple days would be tough. You see, for me, it's intermittent. Right, I'm not fasting. You know, basically in the morning I'll do like a black coffee. Right, I don't even know if there's calories in that. There probably is. There's got to be. You know, but it's not like there's like 1,000 calories in it. You know, and then when I do eat, I'll eat anywhere between like 1,000 and like 1,800 calories. It just depends on what I feel like eating that day. You know, so not only am I fasting intermittently, right, but in addition to that, it's not like I'm fasting and then taking in 2,000 calories or anything like that. I'm fasting and then I'm still on a caloric deficit, right? So yeah, you know, there's that. Just don't eat unless your tummy hurts. That's the secret, Lexi. My tummy always hurts. IF is all right, but what you eat is more important than what you don't. Well, yeah, but again, that's kind of what I was talking about, is like, you know, the idea of a diet is eating in a way that you're going to be able to outwork. So it's like, all right, like, yeah, you're eating a carnivore diet and it's working for you. Like, that's really good, but I could eat McDonald's every day and still lose like mad weight as well, you know, as long as I'm not eating 2,000 or more calories, I'm good. You know, that's the idea. Intermittent fasting is dope. I'm trying a week-long fast this week, though, inspired by Chris Lynch. Really? You're doing it? You're doing a 7-day fast? Good for you, man. Good for you. I wouldn't bother with a 7-day. You know, me, like, there are times where I feel it. I'll be honest with you. You know, there's some days where I actually feel more energized. I feel more energized and I feel upbeat. But then there's also days where I'm like, yo, nobody better look at me wrong. There's days where I'm like, yo, if somebody looks at me wrong, bro, fucking, I don't know, man. This might be the day. This might be the day, bro. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Right? It's you know, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so a 7-day fast. There's no way I could do that unless I was locking myself away in like a room, you know, and like meditating like a Tibetan monk or some shit like that. That's the only way I could do that, you know. The most I could probably go is like 24 to like 36 hours, like a day to a day and a half tops, you know. Other than that, I start getting a little bit vicious. You know, it doesn't mean I'm gonna like haul off and beat on somebody. That was more of a joke when I was, you know, what I was saying earlier. It just means that I'm a little bit short with people and things like that. You know, the dude who eats Big Macs every day is thin as hell. Yeah, it's funny how that works. Same, bro, but I do love breakfast food, dude. I can't get enough of breakfast food. You know what I started doing? I've said it before. I don't buy Aunt Jemima, or I guess now it's called Pearl Milling Company. Oh man, okay, all right, whatever. I don't buy that shit. I buy the real shit, the real bona fide maple syrup. It's more expensive than gas, but it's worth it in my opinion, right? And what I did recently is I took butter and I threw it in the microwave and I melted it, and I took the syrup and I poured it into the butter. And then I poured that onto my pancakes. And it works two ways. One, it's absolutely delicious. It kind of has like a butterscotch type quality to it. It's a fat boy thing to do. Obviously. But it's so fucking good. Not only did it taste really good, but one thing about real maple syrup that kind of sucks is you pour it onto your pancake or on your waffle and it soaks in. And it doesn't soak in and make your pancake or your waffle wet. It soaks in and it's like it's not even there. It's dry. You're eating a dry pancake now. So you got to take more and you got to put it on. But when you mix it with the butter, it doesn't soak into the pancake as much. So you don't like yeah, sure, you're mixing syrup and butter. It's like, what the hell? But for one thing, you were going to put butter on top of your pancake and then pour syrup on it anyway. So it's like, whatever, you know. But then in addition to that, you're using less syrup than you would have. And probably a little bit more butter than you would have. But, you know, nothing's perfect, man. You're mixing maple syrup and butter. You know. Fucking, what are you going to do, dude? What are you going to do? I agree with Mitch Hedberg about pancakes. I don't know what he has to say. Oh, replace pancakes with bacon, though. Can we still say Aunt Jemima? After this stream, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ban Aunt Jemima from, the word Aunt Jemima from my shit. I want pancakes so bad now. Dude, another thing that I've been doing with pancakes, too, like, if you get pancakes, right, and you can't finish them, take them home, pour more syrup onto them, stick them in the fridge, right? Especially if you get chocolate chip pancakes. Chocolate chip pancakes, they're the best to do this with. You pour syrup on it, right? Maybe take a little bit of butter, throw it on there too. And you wait like a couple hours and then you eat the rest of them when you're hungry again, right? Because it's pancakes. You're going to be hungry again in like an hour, you know, unfortunately. The shits fill you up and then like a couple hours later you're like, fuck, I need more food. What was I going to say? It's like really good. It's got kind of like a cake quality to it that is like, it's fantastic, right? It's fantastic. Mitch Hedberg said pancakes are all exciting till you have one, and then they're all meh. Nah, fuck Mitch Hedberg. I'll fight that guy. No, obviously that's a joke, you know. Imagine I get really upset about pancakes, and like I'm like, Mitch Hedberg, I don't even really know who that is very much. It's like fucking Mitch Hedberg. I track him down. Scott, what is your favorite thing to eat and to cook? My favorite thing to eat is pizza. I will always have pizza whenever I have the chance to. Pepperoni pizza is my favorite food. And My favorite thing to cook, that's a good question because I do like to cook a lot of different things. I'm not the best cook, but what I do make good, I make really good. Like, baby, I make good steak, right?
Huh?
I make good steak, right? I was trying to think of some joke to make, but I couldn't. That's why I hesitated.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I, oh no, now's my chance.
You do. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, like I make really good steak. Like, I think a lot of the, I don't know, maybe I got to test it out. But I think a lot of the shit you see on Steak Tube, that's what I'm calling it, all the YouTubers who are big into steak, I think it's a lot of bullshit, right? Because me, like, I've never reverse seared a steak. I've never fucking, like, let it rest for 10 minutes after. If I let my steak rest for 10 minutes, it's gonna be cold. I cook it, I eat it. That's what it is. But, like, I make really good steak. Fucking, and it's an art. It's not a science, right? And that's the issue that I have with these guys on YouTube. And I've talked about this before. This is my gripe with Steak Tube, with Steak Tube. They turn it into a science when really cooking is meant to be an art. You know, if you look at a lot of these chefs and things like that, a lot of the best chefs in the world, they're not sitting there like, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cook it at 120 degrees for 10 minutes, and then you're going to take it out, and then you're going to let it rest for another 5 minutes, and then their voices crack when they say this. And then you're going to put it back in for another 3, but then you're going to take it out, and you're going to put it in the air fryer for another 3 minutes at 850 degrees. Like, unless what they're cooking is a very technical dish, like a souffle or something like that, they're not doing it that way. It's very much you grab a handful of this, throw it on there, grab a handful of that, throw it on there. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they understand the pieces of food. And I don't mean literally pieces of food, but like they understand, okay, so salt does this. If I want to make it taste a little bit better, I'm going to take salt and I'm going to put it on there because it's going to give this quality to the food. And then in addition to that, what's going to go well with that salt on this steak is some garlic powder. And then I'm also going to take some garlic and I'm going to throw it in the pan. And then we're going to cook it, and right? Like, I admire that about chefs and things like that. You know, that's the thing that I admire about chefs is that you never hear them talking about in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees, and then you're going to take it out, and then you're going to put it on the grill. You're going to sear you're going to sear on both sides for 3 seconds each. You never hear them talking about that. And when you do, it's, again, because, like, either A, they're trying to explain something to somebody who doesn't understand, like, the art of cooking on the level that they do, which I'm not even trying to act like I do. I'm not trying to act like I do at all, right? Either that or, like I said, what they're doing is highly technical, right? Is highly technical. I could see Scott being a line chef. A line chef? You mean a line cook? Aren't those dudes like isn't the meme about line cooks that they get hired out of like AA, you know? Like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, like that's the like you if you want to be a chef, you got to go to Le Cordon Bleu, right? That's the college you study at. You want to be a line cook, you got to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. That's the college you study at to be a line cook. You know, that's my understanding of it. There's a guy named Guga Eats or some shit, only steak guy I'll watch. Maybe I'll check him out. My foot fell asleep listening to this nerd chef science. Good. Imagine that Guga guy sleeps on a pile of Wagyu. That'd be hilarious. Chef Scotty in the prison cell. Yeah, dude, I want to do another prison food stream. I'm going to do a prison food stream in the near future. In fact, maybe that'll be next Friday. I'm not 100% sure. We shall see. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up some AOE because, you know, I want I want to see if I can get a win in front of you guys. At some point, it's going to pop up. Here we go. Line cook in a country club can be good money. Oh, yeah, anything in a country club can be good money, dude. You know. All right. Quick play. I thought you were gonna say AOC. You know, there's been a couple of times I've almost said AOC just out of reflex. Take your heat out on the meat, not the society that wronged you. That's a good way to put it. A good short order egg guy is just as talented as Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, I don't know that much. I did almost go to school for culinary. I did almost become a chef, but I realized that I like cooking because I enjoy eating. And if I cook something, I'm gonna want to eat it. And if I can't eat what I cook, it's gonna make me sad. So I was like, shit. Nah, maybe I shouldn't do this. I was about to start. Like, it was like, I think less than a week before I was supposed to go to culinary school. It was culinary school at a community college, too. So it's not like it was anything, like, fucking ridiculously good. Although I feel like all culinary schools are basically the same. It's more about who you get jobs with, you know, where you end up when you're on your way up, you know. BPE Ace Wing. Uh-oh. Alright, where the hell is... Wait, what? What's this? Oh, shit. Okay. We got two of them? I had no clue. Alright. And then... But yeah, I almost went to school for culinary, and, like, with only days left, I decided that I wouldn't, because, like, I had no fucking clue about anything at all, you know. I kind of needed to grow up first before I started doing anything, you know. This black dude went to grab a pepperoni pizza from the pizza rack. This man dropped the whole pizza. What, did you just see this now? Nah, you know, I'll go here. And then, where the hell is, yes, more sheep. Perfect. Yeah, and you know what? This is gonna be kind of tough, because I gotta go between these guys. It'll be alright, though. I'll be okay. Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Nice. I keep finding these. See, I'm playing on Mega Random, which is nice, because you get, like, some crazy maps sometimes, you know? AoE it up. Yes, sir. Yes. I will take these. Hopefully I'm taking them away from him, you know? The more sheep I find, the better. And if I can lame him, I definitely will. I will lame the shit out of this dude. Oh, what is everybody doing? What are you guys doing? Okay, so I need to find, oh, wait, shit. Actually, you know what I'll do? Oh, shit, I can do 30? Alright, that's perfect. There we go. Okay, alright. So you can't start building farms until after you build a mill, you know? Maybe I can build, nah, actually, I'm all set. I'm good with that. I'm gonna keep them here. In fact, alright, you get your ass over there. What I also need is more people on wood. So, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of those. You guys get your asses over there. Alright, all I need is 500 food, which is going to be easy enough to get. See, what I need to do is keep these going. You know, I got to keep on creating villagers and things like that. The masculine urge to go out in the woods and start an AoE IRL, dude, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll go right here. I love hearing the bars. That's funny as hell. In culinary school, if someone couldn't do fine dice, we called it Italian. That's pretty funny. You went to culinary school, random analysis. What kind of a job do you have now? Are you a line cook? Did you go to culinary school to be a line cook? Is that what happened? All right, so he knows where I am. That's a little bit frustrating. I don't know where he is exactly. He's probably here or there. Up. Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I'll take these, thank you. Thanks a lot, pal. Hell yeah. Alright, let's roll. Let's ride. Get high. Alright, and then I'll go ahead. You see. Oh, man. Damn. You see, at the very least, I can keep him off balance by being like, you know, hey, sheep, come on down. Because, like, look at how many of his guys are... Look at how many of his guys are chasing me right now. And for what? For 2 sheep. 2 fucking sheep is what he's chasing me for. It's like, good one, dude. You never heard of the... It ain't even worth it, bro. Just give it up. All right, let's get back here though, cause yep, we are A-okay. But I also need to be creating more. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'll start putting some of these guys around. Oh, nope. Wait. Yes, okay. Trying to make sure I don't pull people away from the sheep that are getting slaughtered, because those things will naturally kind of, they decompose on you, you know? So at the very, at the very least, I know where he's at right now, so I know where exactly I need my, my walls at. I need to put them around here, you know? Alright, you, go ahead there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to scout rush him. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? He paused the game. I'm going to give him like 30 seconds to unpause the game. Oh, dude, Scotty needs his little taste, huh? Oh, wait. Bro, I just got a huge jetwood lathe 2 days ago. Once I start making cool stuff, I'll drop a link here in Jimmy and Tay's chats. What's a lathe? Alright. We're gonna go ahead. I really don't care if this dude's not ready. A fucking freak, dude. Everybody knows you can't pause an online game, bro. Everybody knows you can't pause an online game, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. I am AFK. I literally don't care. I'm literally. I'm not even trying to grief this dude right now. He's just being like a fucking weirdo. Like, all right. I would. Oh man, he called me an idiot. Yeah, he wouldn't have survived anyway. Yeah, no, I would have had this guy. He didn't have any farms going. I mean, he had this right here. Like, yeah, no, I have a feeling I would have killed this guy. Honestly, I was going to feudal, and I was gonna scout rush the dude, and he didn't have anything over here specifically. That's where I was going to attack first, you know. And then you have this down here where he's got that, so it's like, all right, fine, whatever, you know. All right, whatever. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try another one. He actually had more military than me to start off with, though. Scott, when are you gonna have kids? I don't know. It depends on when my bull decides he's gonna shoot one into the wife. You know. She heard that. She heard that. As someone with no time to play video games, this game is enticing me, dude. If you don't have time to play video games, you're not gonna be able to play AOE. It's not gonna work out for you. It ain't gonna happen. It's a really good game, though. I highly recommend. Oh, yeah, you know what? I forgot I have this. I kind of don't even want it, but it's not so bad that I'm like, no, I can't, you know? Oh, the fucking Chinese. Playing with the Chinese is like cheating, it feels like, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I hate playing against the Chinese, and so many people choose the Chinese specifically because they're so easy to play with, because they have those full auto archers. Those full auto archers are like way OP, and the Woad Raiders are like nerfed. Like, I'm finding out how to use them the right way. I'm finding out how to use them the best way that I can, but they really are just like they're fucked, you know. They're fucked up, kid. Alright, I'll go over here. At the very least, I have two boar, not too close, not too far. So that's nice. I can lure them both back here when I have enough villagers. Villagers. Scott says us when the bull enters his girl. Yeah, that's... more nice. Oh, I didn't know they had the black and white cows here. Oh, it's one of these maps. See, like, hold the fucking phone here. What? Hold up. What the hell was that? What was that? All right, you two get your asses over here. But what the hell was that over there? Was that a red cow? How is that cow red? Why is it red, and how did it get here? Does that mean his guys are around here? I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, though. Yeah, like the Celts are kind of a bad civilization to play with, and like I'm okay with that, but it does get kind of annoying sometimes when you have like people picking the Chinese specifically because it's like a really easy civilization to play with. So me picking the Celts, I see the Chinese and I'm like, oh, I'm probably fucked this round. He's probably gonna fast castle or go as fast as he can to the castle age to get those full auto archers, and then I'm fucked. That's the end. That's the end of me. I've had it. My goose is cooked. Yeah, you know what? I'll send him here. And then I believe after that I will have 15. Nah, there's one more that I'm gonna have to have, but I'm gonna send to wood actually, because having them on wood would be a good thing. Then you will... Yeah, I'll go here. See, once all these are depleted, I'll hit the boars, and you know, that'll be that. Interesting. Interesting. I'm wondering what the deal with that is. Have some northern courage, Scott. I'm trying my best, dude. Make them tap out. I hear red cows aren't a great omen, Scott. Yeah, that's what I hear, too. Ooh. Dude, cows are mad cool. I like cows and goats. You know, those are my favorite farm animals. Alright. We almost got enough to go to, that Cass. No, wait, no, that's not Castle Age. It's not gonna be Castle Age. It's gonna be, what age is it gonna be? What age, damn it? It's gonna be, Feudal Age. The feud. Ah, jeez, dude. The Celts, dude. Dude, I learned of something funny, right? So I'm reading a book on the 20th Massachusetts. I've talked about it, you know, extensively. Semi-extensively. You know, my great-great-grandfather was in that regiment during the Civil War. It was kind of a famed regiment because of all the hard fighting that they did. And then in addition to that, too, they were known as the Harvard Regiment because they had so many Harvard graduates and even professors there, right? So that's pretty cool, you know. If you didn't already know, that's really cool. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was a battle, right? I forget which battle it was. I'm pretty sure it was Fair Oaks, which was like just before the 7 Days battles. They ended up winning, and they were picketed along, you know, the area, right? And you know, picketed meaning they kind of were chilling there. And there was a Georgia regiment, right, that they ended up beating, and a lot of them got lost. Like, a lot of the people from the Georgia regiment, when they scattered, they got lost. And during the night, these Georgia guys are walking around looking for their regiment. And the 20th Massachusetts is sitting there, and they're like, oh, shit, that's one of them. Hey, where are you from? What regiment are you from? And they're like, oh, the 20th Georgia, sir. And it's like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's us. Hey, where you been? We've been looking for you. Right? And the guys would walk over and they'd be like, oh, you got me. Like, that's how they captured dudes, is like, and it's just crazy because think of being like some dude from Georgia and you're like, oh man, I sure hope I find my regiment soon. I sure hope I find them soon. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't. And some fucking schmuck is like 100 yards away and he's like, hey kid, dude, where you from, dude? What regiment you in, dude? The 20th Georgia. Dude, that's us. We're right here, dude. That's us, man. Dude, get your ass over here. Like, imagine that. Imagine that actually working. Like, it sounded funnier in my head making that joke, but it's just like, that's basically what it was. And that to me is just the funniest shit. That there was some guy who was like, oh good, I found my regiment. Hey, wait a second. You know? Scott's the final key to the temple. He is the Red Bull that will bring about the end of the earth. That's true. I am the prodigal son. The prodigal bull. Actually, you know what I need more of? Yeah, I need more of a couple of different things. For one thing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to build for the scout rush that is inevitably going to come because I am, you know, yeah, because of that. I'll send like 2 over there. I'm not like completely and totally like concerned to high hell with you know, that. But what we do need is to go. Alright, we need to get out of the way of these guys. And then, yes. Alright, everybody. Better make it worth our while. Jeez, look at all those guys. That's crazy. Alright, so then, bang, bang, bang. Send 3 more there. Go here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, once we get more wood, we will be in decent shape. Because I can put a thing with some stuff. This. Not the anvil, the blacksmith. The blacksmith is what I could put. Alright, you I'm going to put right there. See, this is where I always get tripped up. I always get tripped up on wood. And right now, I don't think I'm in bad shape. You know, I'm kind of like far ahead of this guy right now. I feel I'm probably far ahead of this guy in terms of that stuff. But, alright, I'll put more. Oh, yeah, not enough wood. That's fine. That's okay. Alright, let's get our asses back there, shall we? Shall we? Alright, so. Ah, fuck. You see, and again, this is where I always get tripped up. Luckily, I have those 2, you know, I have the boar, but I'm going to send all these guys over there, and what? The boar is going to be gone in 2 seconds? Like, you know, that's insane. Let's go ahead. Alright, I got 1 more coming. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. It's okay. I might as well research you know, I might as well research this because it gives +1 attack and armor, I believe, if I remember correctly, to my scout guys, my scout cav. You see, I need to find game of some type. Yeah, all right. I guess we're all going that way. Actually, you know what I will do? I'll take a couple more, send them over there. Alright. Okay, and here we are. So I'm wondering what angle I'm going to want to come from. I don't think I'm 100% worried about wood. I'm kind of trying to see if I can knock him off gold and things like that. Stuff where it's going to make it harder for him to create military units is more of what I am concerned with. So I think I'm gonna. Oh yeah, and that's also something I'm a little bit concerned with as well. Doesn't look like he's got anyone on gold right now. Is the weird part. Oh yeah, okay. So he's already aware that I'm here, which is not good. Well, I mean, you know, I would assume he's aware that I'm here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and he's got a... Alright. Take him out. But, get the hell out of there. So I guess I'm gonna have to send him there because he doesn't have anybody on gold unless they're there. Alright, well... I'm willing to sacrifice those guys because, I mean, really, what else do I have to do? Yes, okay, there we go. Where's the other... whatever. I'm also going to... because I want to hit a castle as soon as I can. There was another. Oh, all right, whatever. Well, yeah, nah, he's good. All right. I could have swore there was another gold dude. All right. I want to make sure that my gold, activities or whatever activities. Jeez, I want to make sure my gold shit is up to scratch, is to where it should be. My gold and my stone mining. Then in addition to that, I think what I might do is go ahead and build a palisade from here to here. And then here to there. Alright, so... yeah, I want to do that. Real Eastern Frawn hours. I don't know what that is. Alright, sweet. I'm about halfway to a castle right now anyway, so that's good too. The thing is, I just don't want to get rushed by like a bunch of dumb shit, you know? I don't want to get rushed by a bunch of whatever's archers. That'd be annoying as all hell. Yeah. And what I will also do is, whoop, nope. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll go here. Then I will also bang, bang, bang. Alright. Then you. Yeah, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And then go here too. Gonna need more houses in a minute too. Trying to think of how exactly I want to go about that. See, I ended up in actually like what to me feels like a pretty good spot because it's kind of hard to sneak up behind me here, you know? Not saying it's impossible, it's just kind of difficult, you know? Alright, go here. And there. Bang. Yeah, okay. So we're kind of in rough shape. I'm gonna have to put yeah, I'll put, hold on. Let's go ahead. Whoop, nope. I'll even there, wait. There we go, okay. Yeah, I don't have that much wood though. I might benefit from sending some people out this way as well. But I want to get a castle up before I worry about anything else anyway. Kind of a weird spot to put the castle, but I don't want it too close to the water. Or maybe I do. Actually, no. I don't need anything too close to the water. But then again, yeah, it's not like he can. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. Like I said, it's a really weird spot to be putting this shit. You know, I might even have to delete some of these houses if my guys get stuck. But you know, I'm trying to put it in a spot that's going to be more defensive than anything, you know? Go ahead and research the wheelbarrow. Join a Freemason lodge. I'm all set on that. He's castle age now, too, so I want to, I'm going to hit him with Woad Raiders from behind. I'm gonna get him in the behind. And then you guys back to the mines. Well, yeah. Go there, and then also here. Yeah, I need more on wood. That's really what I need right now. As much as I want to, you know, kind of in rough shape there. Yeah, I need wood, and I need like, I'm gonna be all right on gold. What I need is wood and food. That's really the main thing, especially because I'm about to I'm researching monk right now, which means I'm gonna be able to get these. Oh, there we go. Good. Yeah, you know what? I'll send them over there just to clear this out. Oh yeah, and then yeah, that's what I need is what's it called? Arson is what I need. And here we go. Good. All right. But you, I'm gonna go ahead and send this way. Gonna divide these guys up. If you're Ben, you gotta have Shinji on the pod, yo. But I can't answer that. What are you talking about, Ben? Oi, mate, is you the true Ben? Yeah. Identify yourself. Show us your papers. Show us your papers, Ben. Are you the true Ben? But I gotta integrate into this white society first. Alright. Yeah, you see, there. Now we have another one. I don't want to go too close. You see, I'll put this one here because, you know, you never know. Also, what I will do is palisade wall. No, that is, yes. Alright, right over here. These guys are slow. Oh yeah, shit. I need these Woad Raiders because once these guys are done being created, I'm gonna send them around back, and you know, I'm gonna have them attack. Oh, there we go, perfect. Oh yeah, and then also what I should do is hit these as well. That way they'll strengthen up. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, well, at least I know where to go now. So what I'll go ahead and I'll do is I'll just go straight for that thing. Which isn't going to be fantastic. It's not exactly going to be great, but, you know, it is what it is. I also need to, I need to get to Imperial Age as soon as I can. Also, research murder holes. Gonna murder those holes. Oh yeah, we're in good shape. We should get this thing done. I'm hoping we will anyway. I'll be back. I'll be back. You guys chill. You guys chill out. And also what I want is I'm really gonna need to make sure I hit the these are also part of the bread and butter of the Celts is the siege engines and things like that. Oh, here we go. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Actually, nah, actually, because the Woad Raiders are better against. Oh, God, I'm good. The Woad Raiders, as a unit, are better against siege engines than they are against these guys. Oh. You know what? Some of you go here. Some of you go there. Very simple. Ah, okay. Alright. We see what you're trying to do here. I see what you're trying to do here. Yeah. And then I'll leave these guys here to kind of guard these, because if I can get those two, then I'm in good shape. The issue is he kind of knows what I got going for me right now, so that kind of makes me a little bit nervous, I won't lie. Yeah, I need 200. Oh, no, I'm in all right shape. I'm in okay shape. Not doing like the best you've ever seen, but you know, I ain't doing the worst either. Wait a second. Did I have him go straight there? I believe I did. And then you will go straight there. Yeah, I want to go to Imperial. That way I can hit those things. Oh, yeah, and then, yeah, I should, Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. That's not good. That's alright, though. I got Imperial Age coming on, and I'll be able to hit him with, a lot of shit. You know, what I should be worried about as well is gold. So I will hit a bunch of guys up with the gold. Alright, hopefully this dude's just as fast with the relic. Because they straight up outran the, you know, that thing. Oh, shit. Whoops. Oh, man. Yeah, we're in weird shape right now. That's all right though. We're almost to Imperial Age, so I think we'll be in. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I'm gonna take that away. You see, I don't have that much gold, and I'd rather use Woad Raiders because those things are a little bit more dependable than, you know, a lot of the siege engines and things like that. So I don't want to start really pumping out these. You know, I'm kind of in a weird spot here. You know, oh, here we go. No, I'd rather take care of that thing if I'm even able to, and you know, I might. Nah, I don't think I'll be able to. I think I'll have to at least come over here. You know, that's all right though. It's gonna be a close one, I will say. I do think. Whoop, something fell. I do think it will be a close one. Alright, I'm gonna have to project power outward a little bit. Just to ensure that, see, I don't, Yeah, I'll go here. I'll go here. You see, he took that one. So I'm going to have these guys guarding. Where am I being attacked? Oh. No, it was that guy who was attacking those. Huh. Ah, shit. Alright, so I'm... yeah. See, sometimes my city planning fails me a little bit, you know? See, I'm kind of locking myself in here, and if I can... Oh, no, didn't work. You see, they're going to have to go all the way around back, which means I have to throw that there. Oh, no, they're going to go around that way. I guess that works. Alright, so... oh, jeez, I didn't even realize. Huh. See, it's the gold that I'm really worried about right now. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh. Oh, shit, what's he got? Ah, you see, there it is. That's exactly the shit that I was talking about. And I actually forgot for a second that he even has those things. So I'm basically fucked now. And again, this is why I'm... oh, wow. This is why I'm bullshit about the Chinese, is because, like, that's such a, like, ridiculously overpowered, you know, it's just ridiculously overpowered, you know? I'm hoping and praying he won't be able to hit me with those things. I might even decide... oh, wait, what am I doing? Come on, just make sure you get him. Oh, uh-oh. It's weird, though. He's got pikemen. You know, I don't know exactly what their deal is, but, you know. Alright, so what I need now... I need tons and tons and tons of heavy scorpions. That's what's going to save my ass when it all comes down to it. Oh, and you see he's built... wow, okay. Good for you, I guess. Oh, I keep... duh. The hell is this guy doing? Yeah, it's going to be a close one, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to edge it out. I just think I think the technological gap between us is going to be my undoing, you know? I really should have... I started to slow down, you know? That's what happens with me, is I start getting a little bit better, and I go quick, and then when I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of unsure about myself, I slow down and take my time, because I'm like, fuck, let's not screw anything up. And unfortunately, I think in this case, that's what happened, is I screwed myself, you know, and it happens. Oh, well, what you gonna do? But, you know, it's still annoying. It's still frustrating sometimes. What I need is Furor Celtica. You know, Furor Celtica is what I need. But I need a little bit under 50. It's just not that big of a deal. You know, edge it out. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm gonna edge. I'm edging. All right, we're gonna edge. We're gonna edge as a team today, guys. All right, that's how we're gonna do it. Also, what I need to do is, yeah, and then in addition to that, for one thing, I'll have these guys build this. No sense in having that there. I'm gonna have to close that thing off. Oh, geez, what are these guys? Oh, the building's full, isn't it? Okay. And here. Yeah, we're almost out of gold there. You see, and what I'm also afraid of that he's probably doing currently is he's probably taking all the relics, which, like, you know, that's annoying. But whatever. There we go. Oh, all right. I didn't realize he was in Imperial Age. I had no clue he had reached that yet. I completely missed. I missed that part. I don't care if all those guys die as long as they get. Oh, you see, he's even taken my my strat. He's got a very diverse makeup for his Yeah, he champions diversity, I guess. He's very reliant on those archers because, of course, that's what you're gonna do when you're playing the Chinese. Is you're gonna rely on the archers. But I'm surprised to see the scorpions. You know. Oh yeah, I'm actually not doing as good as I would like against them. I figured I'd tear through him, but... Well, I kind of am tearing through him, but the thing is, he's also got heavy scorpions, too, and they're tearing through me. So it's kind of a bad situation to be in. Yeah. Nah, he's got this. He's about to do the dickhead thing, and he's about to start fucking building a castle right there. I don't think he realizes I also have... I might be able to save this thing depending on how things go, but you know, we'll have to wait and see. Actually, you know what I'll do? Oh yeah, I have tons of gold right now. See, like, every time I make a breakthrough, I can feel myself getting like that much better. But I'm still at the point where I'm you know, getting snagged on like weird stuff and things like that. It is what it is. You know, what are you gonna do? Like, bitch and moan every time. But also, it's like I have to learn from those mistakes as well. Yeah, nah, he's got me. Oh, yeah. I thought I... Oh, no. It was another one. Ah, well. What you gonna do? We'll go ahead and, because I wanna see his shit. Ah, you see, I almost did what he did, but I didn't bother. And this is where I really need to start, like, I really need to start, like, I need to start doing this, is building multiple town centers. You know, that's one thing. I stick to one town center, and that's not always a good thing, especially if, like I said originally, like, oh yeah, I might have to send guys out this way to get wood. It would have been a good idea for me early game to send them, like, even just here, build a town center and start building an alternate you know, an alternate town, you know, really. I mean, one thing I'm surprised at is what, there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. He's only got 9 farms, you know, compared to my, what, like, at least twice that, you know? Again, I feel like that's that refinement culture thing, where he's like, I need 9, all I need is 9, and then I can work my strat. Oh no, you see this, and this is where this is where discounting, naval always gets me, is when there's a map with naval, instead of thinking, oh, let's build one of these and then get some fishing ships. I always completely and totally forget that that's even an option, which, like, silly me, If I was smart, I would have been like, okay, we'll build a couple of farms, but then we'll also build mad fishing shit. I could have literally built it in this corner or something like that, and it would have been all good. I would have been able to, keep them out of harm's way, Yeah, it's the little things with this game, and it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to get good at it because I'm like trying to be competitive. I'm trying to get good at it because it's fun, and it's going to be more fun if I'm good at it, So it's like, it's fun to kind of notice these little things and be like, oh, I should try that next time. Yeah, this dude's got a town center next to his town center, and it's like, for what, Probably because he was at one point or another sending guys to do that shit. The trees. I don't know though. Taylor from PKA loves AoE. Maybe you can bully Kyle into playing. Yeah, I play with Taylor like kind of frequently. Like at least like blah blah blah. So there. At least once a week I play with Taylor now, and that's where I get a lot of like tips and tricks and stuff like that, Like in this map, I kept making sure that I was using my town center for something almost like all the time, And I have mad villagers. I had mad villagers, right? 33, as opposed to like I'd probably have like, mad villagers compared to what I would usually have, right? At least I feel like. Plus, I had more. They got killed by that castle. I was prioritizing creating villagers, and because of that, I was able to get to Castle Age even quicker than this guy was. But like I said, once the Chinese get to Castle Age, it's like, well, game over, So it is what it is, As opposed to the Celts, where they're supposed to be a Castle Age civilization. They're supposed to be good with siege and good at anti-siege, and yet, like I said, the Woad Raiders, like, you're better off using the Woad Raiders in the same way that you would Scout Rush. Like, literally, that's how I use the Woad Raiders, is I Scout Rush with my horses, and then once I'm able to get the Raiders, I use them to just rush with the Raiders, I use them to rush. And it works pretty well if I hit the guy at just the right angle at just the right time. But, here, this almost became like a fucking decoy compared to like, how he projected himself to out here. He basically had me surrounded at one point, Bravo. Anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here. One of these days, I'll be good at AoE, guys. Not today, though. Thank you guys for... actually, I'm not going to head out just yet. I'm going to read some of the chat. I'm gonna see if anybody said anything that I should respond to, and I'm just going to... Scott, how many subs did you have before you were on Fish Tank? I want to say, like, probably, like, 2,000 or something like that. Maybe. It might have been closer to, like, 1,500. I got mad subs relative to what I had before. I had mad subs, but the thing is, I noticed that it's going down, and I'm wondering if somebody botted my account. I'm wondering if that happened. I'm wondering if somebody bought like 1,000 subs, but it's like, why would they buy just 1,000 subs? Would they spend like 5 cents to send me 2,000, 3,000 subs? Like, that'd be crazy, What was I gonna say? Because, like, the weird drop in subscribers, and it's only been, like, 30 to 40, but it's still like, that's weird. I'm not going to lie. Either A, I feel like maybe there were bots and things like that, or B, maybe YouTube doesn't really like me right now. Maybe I made certain content that they don't prioritize, and because of that, they started fucking me over. It's been documented for years now that they'll just unsub accounts randomly and things like that. That's the way this shit happens, And like my view counts went from like before Fish Tank and during Fish Tank, and not just during Fish Tank, before Fish Tank. I had a solid month and a half to 2 months of growth. It was just that, right? And then Fish Tank hit, and it was like that. And then a little bit after Fish Tank, I'm getting like 100 views on my videos and shit like that. And it's like, whoa, holy shit. And it's like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh no, people aren't watching my stuff. It's everybody else's fault but mine. I know I probably made some videos that people just were not interested in, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not upset about that, you know, but I have a feeling it's not just that. I have a feeling that my stuff is not being pushed in the way that it was. And it's not like it was being pushed to high hell and I was doing fantastic before either. It's just that, like I said, I noticed that it was kind of doing that. And now it's just, it hasn't even stalled out. It's going down. You know, my view counts are down on videos that before would have potentially actually done pretty well. Then again, also there's some videos that I put out that probably wouldn't have done that well. To be fair. And then also, like, all of a sudden there's, like, mad people being unsubbed from my shit. Or either unsubbing from my shit or being unsubbed from my shit. It could be either one of those. It could be both of them, right? And it's like, typically, a channel my size, people subscribe to it and then they forget I exist. That's how it goes. So it's not even that they would see me and be like, I'm unsubbing from this guy. Nobody cleans up their YouTube subscriptions. No, that's not something people do. People sub to people and they stay subbed for 10 years. They completely and totally forget somebody exists. And then one day they're looking like they look at their sidebar thing and they notice at the top of the list is some guy that they subbed to 5 years ago that they swore they were going to watch again, but they just never did. And they don't even watch that guy now. They're like, oh yeah, that guy. Maybe I'll watch him one day. Moving on. So, like, that's what would happen. That's what I would expect if people were subbing and then, like, they just didn't want my shit that bad. It's not that they would unsub. They would just be like, oh, I'm not watching this guy's shit. You know? And I have a feeling it's because I released that video on guns. I don't think... the feedback that I got on it was mostly positive, meaning the like to dislike ratio was like in the high 90% range, you know, like well over 95, 96, 97% of the people who watched it liked it, right? Or the like to dislike ratio was like 97, 98% like, and like, you know, like 2 to 3% dislike is what I'm saying, right? I have a feeling that because I talked about guns, regardless of what I was saying about them, YouTube was like, oh, we ain't having that. We ain't having that, you know? It's stupid as hell. The YouTube logo might as well be replaced with no Irish need apply. Exactly. Someday I hope and pray we'll move past this anti-Irish bigotry. Hopefully someday. Hopefully my children will not have to grow up with the hatred that I had to endure. View counts would be much higher if you did the Mozambique drill. Exactly, it would. It would be. Scott's going to spray paint his YouTube link on the Season 3 living room wall. Free advertising. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I don't know. That might not be a bad idea. Scott's approach to life and AoE, just rush in and punch the guy. Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Like, everything is ups and downs. You know, everything's ups and downs. I'm not discouraged. It sucks when you're in a down slope, but, you know, that down slope is not going to be forever. I know that. It just sucks to be in that. You know, especially after the growth that I had and after the, like, really cool shit that I was able to be involved in. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll get out there and I'll keep on trying my best. And, yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of cool ideas and stuff like that. I got a bunch of ambitious stuff that I'm also working on in the background. You know, I'm reading that book about the 20th Massachusetts specifically because I'm doing a video on it. I'm going to be chronicling the journey of the 20th Massachusetts from 1861 to 1865 when the war was over, you know? And it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Good stream and good night, boss man. See you next time after you've seen Fallout. Peace out, Zachary. Peace out, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna head out now. I should say, I'm gonna head out now, not just be like, all right, peace out, bye. You know. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Okay. I left it up to Twitter which video I'm gonna release next week. I'm sitting on like 5 or 6 videos right now. All of them could go out. One of them's a video from my St. Patrick's Day stream actually. It was a clip from the stream. One of them's about quitting cigarettes or just nicotine in general. One of them is about the American spirit. No, not the cigarette brand, although I made that joke on Twitter. What the American mindset, the American culture, the American spirit is, right? Oh yeah, and another one was there was this Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy who went to a wrestling tournament and he won the tournament. And you know, I end up reacting and I talk about it a little bit, right? Those are the 4 videos. I'm gonna release one of them Monday, this coming Monday. And I left it up to you guys. So if you want to, you know, check my Twitter account, you'll see that, and you can vote in the poll. Peace out, guys. Peace out.